there's no such thing as fast results. I mean, everybody wants the silver bullet. Everybody wants to get results tomorrow. But the reality is some of your sales cycles are 60, 90, 120 days. I have one product right now that I'm working on where the evaluation is 18 months. So what we want to do is make sure that whatever that time frame is of your sales cycle, that we start building the pipeline. All right? And I'm going to show you how to develop revenue where you could start projecting where your business is going to be. Now, no disrespect to any sales managers or any owners in the room. But most of the owners, and I'm talking to my fellow salespeople now, most of the owners and sales managers that we report to, they can't help us. They tell us, like my managers, I couldn't stand it. When I have a good month, what do you think they said? Good job, congratulations, kid. When I had a bad month, what do you think they said? You suck, right? You start hitting your numbers. I'm from New York, this is the way they talk. You're fired, okay? So, but they never taught me how. They never taught me this, well, how many calls should I make? What should I say? They couldn't help me. They could just, I could get a monkey to say good job, bad job. So for you presidents and owners, I think it's important that you especially for small business, you better internalize your process and teach it. Or if you're in an executive capacity in a bigger company, make sure that you have somebody that can teach your salespeople the model to be successful. Most companies, what they do is they hire salespeople and they just throw them out there and they let them do whatever they do. So that's why 80% of the productivity is coming out of 20% of the people, right? That math just doesn't work in the new world. You need 100% of your salespeople doing the right things. And if I was going to climb Mount Everest, I would make sure that I had a guide that knew the way up there, because getting up there are a lot of pitfalls and there are a lot of mistakes that you could make, and those mistakes are deadly. It's no different in business. You bring on a lot of salespeople, it's a lot of overhead. You bring in a team without having a model that's predictable and repeatable and teachable, you're going to go out of business because you're going to end up generating no money from these people. And so the biggest issue, the takeaway today, is you find a model that works, and I'm going to help you figure out that model. And what we need to do is stop this. Someday I'm going to get rid of that salesperson. Someday I'm going to build a sales model. Someday I'm going to lose weight. Someday I'm going to do this. Someday is the road to nowhere. Never. You start and you're serious and you start today. So one of the things we have to look at is, and again, this is learning from the Elephant Man. There will be a lesson to that whole story. Is that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change. And so the difference between winners and losers is they look at the same circumstances, but they see things differently. So I want to open your eyes to some of these things today. All right, and I want you to memorize this really simple formula. All right, it's right there. Thoughts, beliefs, actions, outcomes. Everything starts with your thought. Thoughts, once they're over and over again, become beliefs. Whatever you believe will dictate your actions. Your actions dictate your outcomes. Let me give you a real simple example. Anybody here used to smoke cigarettes or does smoke cigarettes? Okay? If you smoke or when you smoked, what did you associate smoking with? Drinking. Now I know why you smoked. All right. As a matter of fact, I want one now. I just had a drink. Okay. So, no, but what is the feeling, the experience of when you're smoking a cigarette? If I'm a smoker, what am I associating? Relaxation. What else am I associating? What else? Pleasure. Right? What else? Stress relief maybe, appetite suppressant, right? So it's all positive things. Because nobody's smoking cigarettes saying, I know I'm giving myself cancer, right? They have to have a different thought process and they have to suspend the belief that they're going to get sick, that somehow they're different. Okay? And so what happens is you now think it's a stress reliever, you think it's an appetite suppressant, you think it's pleasure. What do? You smoke. What's your outcome? Your outcome is you really can't be running too much. You're not going to be too active. Your outcome is probably, if you do it over and over again for many, many years, you're going to get COPD or worse. So that's your outcome.